Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today I am doing a gluten-free Trader Joe's haul slash taste test. I know Trader Joe's is like the internet's favorite taste testing place. I see videos all the time from a variety of different creators talking about vegan options from Trader Joe's, but I don't actually see that many people talking about gluten-free options. I personally find Trader Joe's very confusing, but have always been told that they have the best gluten-free foods. So I went today and I just scoured for some gluten-free things that I wanted to try, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. There are a few things in here that I will not be taste testing because I've already tried them, and I also bought a candle. So we'll start with the candle. I bought the peony blossom candle. Obviously will not be taste testing that, but it smelled really good. So I added that, even though it is not a food item. The next thing I got that I will not be tasting because I already know I like them is the Ridge Cut chips. These are just good. My boss bought them for a work meeting a little while ago, and ever since then I've been like, those are just good. So I got myself a bag today. And then the one other thing I have already tried that I know I like is the gluten-free English muffins. So I will not be taste testing those either. But everything else I got is something new that I haven't tried yet. So the first thing I'm going to start with is these dark chocolate orange slices. So I love chocolate oranges, like the ones you get around Christmas. But most of those are actually not gluten-free. So when I saw these, I was like, I am definitely going to try them. When I was buying all this stuff, the person who was checking me out started talking about these and did say that they're not a huge orange fan, so they don't love these, but they have tried them and they found the texture also to be super weird. So we'll see if I agree with them. The texture is not weird. The texture is exactly like the orange sticks or like the raspberry sticks. These are really good. These are like the orange or raspberry sticks that also I mostly only see around the holidays. They taste almost exactly like that, but again are actually marked as gluten-free, which the other ones I don't think are. So this was a good purchase. This is a win. These are delicious. I already started opening it because I had a brain fart, but the next thing I bought was this Crispbread. It's something I've never had before. It says it's Norwegian and it looks very intriguing. So I wanted to test it out, see if it tastes good. Obviously, that's the point of this whole thing. Sorry, that's my oven. There's something that needs to go in the oven. Okay. It's breaking apart, so it's not coming out in one. Like, I could not just get one out. Maybe because I went for the middle one. But I did get, like, a little piece. And I like it. I can definitely taste, like, sesame. Sesame seeds. Which is a flavor that I love. I mean, part of the reason I wanted to get this is because I enjoy seeds. I'm not really a huge nut fan, but I really, really like seeds. Love sunflower seeds. I like sesame seeds, and I like those flavors, and that's kind of what this tastes like. It's very crispy. I think this would also be really good with like a dip of some kind. Like I don't know, an onion dip or something. I think that would be tasty. Hi, Braldon. Are you going to taste test some stuff too? The next thing I grabbed was these corn, like tortilla chips with chili and lime. I think these are supposed to be like Takis, which I have had and have enjoyed in the past. And I'm excited to try these. Like, I don't eat Takis that often, but I love like chili and lime flavor. I like them. The chili and the lime is great. They are very corn forward. It tastes like you put a Frito in chili and lime. Like, that's exactly what it tastes like. And I'm not a huge fan of Fritos. I will probably eat these. They're good. But I don't know if they're as good as I remember Takis being. Next, I got the gluten-free cinnamon coffee cake muffin. I'm excited to try these. Baked goods are hard when you're gluten-free. I think, as anyone who's gluten-free knows. And this is hard to get into. There we go. But baked goods are hard. They smell so good, though. They smell amazing. They smell like cinnamon deliciousness, and I am very excited about this. It's been a long time since I've had a coffee cake of any kind, and these smell exactly like I remember like cinnamon coffee cake smelling, and so I'm very, very excited about these. They're good. They're very moist, but I will say the smell is a lot better than the taste. Like, they are almost a little bland, which is kind of disappointing because they smell so good and they smell so strongly of cinnamon coffee cake, and then they taste not bad, but just like not as strongly of cinnamon coffee cake as I would want my cinnamon coffee cake muffin to taste. So a little disappointing. Editing Alicia here from my couch to say real quick that the muffin ended up like being better as I ate it like the next day and had it over. I ate like a muffin a day for a few days, right? Had it for breakfast over the next couple days. It was a lot better than when I tasted it during the taste test. And as I was watching back the footage, I was thinking, oh, it could be because, and even though I think I drank water in between, I ate those chili lime like tortilla things right before, and I think that might have screwed up my taste buds for these muffins, and they ended up being a lot better than I think I'm portraying in this clip. So just a heads up, they were actually pretty tasty. The next thing I grabbed was the gluten-free and dairy-free Homestyle pancakes, and there's 12 in a box, which I was surprised by. But then after I saw this size, I understood a little bit better why. It's a very tiny pancake on a normal sized plate. They are very small. But this one, you just pop them in the toaster. And I haven't put butter or anything on it just because I wanted to taste it like plain to see what it tastes like. It's pretty good. That is a fairly good, fairly standard gluten-free pancake, I would say. Not as good as homemade, honestly, and you could just, make pancakes and freeze them and they'd probably be a lot better, but it's not offensive. It's tasty. It's just nothing exciting, I would say. The next item I bought, I almost forgot about, but it's the gluten-free, like, flour tortillas. I am excited about these. These have a potential to be really good. Gluten-free flour tortillas have always been, like, hit and miss for me. I enjoy them most of the time, but also, like, they're super expensive. So I saw these and I was intrigued to try them. They're made with quinoa, which I think is really interesting, opposed to like flour or like rice flour. They feel like moderately bendable, which is always important when looking for a tortilla. And I would never normally eat a flour tortilla plain like this. but here we go. The texture is kind of terrible. They're very hard to chew. And the taste to start out with is a little weird, but then it gets like a normal tortilla taste. And I don't know if it's just because like they're not warm. Like I didn't warm it up in the microwave or anything. I literally, as you saw, just pulled that out of the bag and tried it. And I don't know if that is what is making the texture just like hard to chew. They're almost gummy, but they're not. That's just the word that's coming to mind, but it's actually not the best word. Because it's not like really gummy. It's just like you have to chew it a long time, like you would a gummy candy or something like that. But they're not bad. And I do think they will be a lot better warmed up. So I'm actually going to try that real quick. I just warmed up the tortilla and got the last item out of the oven. So those are right there. It's so hot. But the tortilla warmed up. That's the move. It's a lot better. The texture is better. The taste is better. It's actually a pretty good tortilla. But it does, I think, have to be warm. The last item that I got to try was the gluten-free chicken breast nuggets. This has the biggest potential to be the best item, but then also the biggest potential to be the biggest disappointment. Chicken nuggets are actually one of the things that they have really good gluten-free options available. They are normally a little bit pricier, as is typical with all gluten-free food, but they do have some really good options. So there's competition, and the bar is a little bit higher than maybe for some of these other foods that maybe there's not really a gluten-free option, or the other gluten-free options aren't that good. Chicken nuggets is not like that. So I made up the whole thing. The other thing with the chicken nuggets, this is really weird. I dislike this. On the packaging, it says serves for, which first of all, I disagree with this being 4 servings. I think this is 2 servings. Right? Like, it's like 12 nuggets. 3 nuggets for me is not a serving of nuggets. Absolutely not. Also, on the packaging, it says serves 4, and then it says the serving size is about 1/4 of this bag, which is not helpful when trying to plan. At least in my opinion, I want to know exactly how many nuggets. But I will go ahead and try the chicken nuggets. Again, without dipping sauce, which I would not normally do. They're super hot. They're like way greasier than normal chicken nuggets, I feel like. Like, there is like grease shining on my fingers, a lot of it. And they're good. They're not bad. They're pretty good. But they're not as exciting as some of the other gluten-free chicken nuggets I have had. They're almost a little bland. Like, you need your dipping sauce with this. You're not going to eat these plain and be happy with it, I don't think. There's just not a whole lot of seasoning in the breading. But I don't know if I know people who actually eat chicken nuggets without ketchup or mustard in my case, or whatever kind of dipping sauce you like. That is everything I got at Trader Joe's today. It was a good experience for me. Not only because I got to try some really good food, but I also figured out Trader Joe's a little bit more, and hopefully next time I go in there, I will be a little bit less confused. My favorite item of the whole day was the dark chocolate orange slices. These things are amazing, and I would highly recommend these. They're just really, really tasty. I think my least favorite item was the muffins because they just didn't taste that much like coffee cake. And that was a big disappointment for me as someone who really likes coffee cake. With that, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like any of these foods or if there's anything else from Trader Joe's that is gluten-free that I need to try. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!